Hello there, guys. My name's John Giannini and I work here at the University of Sussex. And this is the 10-minute talk about the applications and admissions process through UCAS. We've got a lot to go through in a really short space of time. So don't forget, if you have any questions, you can always drop us an email at study@sussex.ac.uk. Otherwise, let's get going. So first of all, I just want to cover what, why, when, and how. Okay, so when you're looking at the UCAS applications and admissions process, what's the most important information? Well, first of all, UCAS stands for University and College Admissions Service, okay? I'm sure you heard of it before, but just so that you know, that's what it stands for. And why do we use it? Because it saves time for schools and colleges and it makes the entire process fair, okay? So it means that everyone's applying through the same format. Now, when we talk about when, there's two dates on there. We've got October 15th and January 15th, okay? October 15th is for your Oxbridge applications, so Oxford, Cambridge, and also dentistry, veterinary sciences, and also medicine. And then January 15th is all the other applications, okay? So everything else. And how's it done? Single online application, okay? So you all fill it on online, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, done online. So when you submit your application on UCAS, what's actually going to be in it? Well, it consists of a bunch of different things, okay? So first of all, obviously your personal details. It'll also be looking at your predicted and actual grades, okay? So the predicted grades are the ones that your teachers are imagining you're going to get, and then the actual grades are the ones that you do get. Or any existing grades you might have, so your GCSEs and your AS levels, or whatever other qualifications you might have done. Then there's going to be your personal statement, obviously, and a teacher's reference as well. Okay, so your teacher will write some information about you on top of that. So this is what the whole thing looks like when you're thinking about doing it, okay? So the first part is you filling out your personal statement, filling out all of your details. You then submit it and it will get sent to your school or college. They will fill out the rest, whatever's required of them. That then gets sent to UCAS, and from there it gets sent to the 5 universities that you have chosen to submit an application to, okay? And once you've done that, then you can start mapping your progress via UCAS track. Okay, so a very simple system. Now let's go through that with an example. Okay, so we've got Simon here. Now Simon wants to apply for university, and so you can see he'll register, he'll submit all of his details on UCAS there. And this is what that will then look like when he is starting to submit his application. Now, the first thing that's on there is it says your personal ID. Okay, that little number there where all the X's are. What I would recommend is writing that down because it's the first way that universities and UCAS will be able to map track you. Okay, so if you have any questions, you need to ring them up. They'll be like, what's your UCAS ID number? And that makes the whole process a lot quicker. There's also a really helpful tick box selection down on the left-hand side of the screen. And that's to help you map as you're filling stuff out, to keep on top of it, so that you can make sure you're right there with whatever it is you need to be doing. Now, say Simon's gone through all of that now, he's submitted his application, he's done his personal statement, and now he is going to map what he's got via UCAS track. Now, this is every option that you could get. Now, the first thing we've got on there is Brighton and Sussex Medical School, and that's an unconditional offer. So you can see there it says unconditional offer. Now, that means that Simon has been offered a place regardless of what his grades are, what they'll turn out as, okay? So the university was so impressed with his application that they've said, if you choose us, then we want you to come to our university. Now, the opposite of that, right underneath, the University of Birmingham has made a conditional offer, okay? Now, that usually means that the University of Birmingham will be going, great, we loved your application, and if you get these grades, so it might be, I don't know, ABB, BBB, whatever it is, if you get those grades, that means then you'll have a place, okay? So it's subject to conditions. That's the same with Aberdeen directly beneath it as well. Now, beyond that, there's also here, so you can see Hull York Medical School, and that's a referred application. What that means is it's just UCAS and the university letting you know that they're taking a little bit longer to make a decision on your application. So they've referred it to maybe another admissions tutor or something like that, okay? So there's a couple of more things that they want to consider before they decide on how to progress your application. So they're just letting you know if they're taking some time, that's why, okay? So it's a helpful thing, a helpful way of them letting you know. You've also got there the last one, the University of Bristol, and it says the University or College has sent you an invitation for the 26th of January at 2 o'clock. Okay, so that's another conditional offer, but it's an invitation. Now, what that could be is an interview, or if it's an arts degree, it might be a request for a portfolio or an invitation to a workshop, okay? So something like that. It's basically the university said, great, we like the first part of the application. Now we want to see some more. We want to see this. We want to interview, okay? So that's what that last thing means. Now, if you click on any one of those individual little sections, UCAS is really fantastic. UCAS Track is helpful because it comes up here with what it is you're looking at, okay? So you can get all of the information. So here you can see University of Bristol. It says when it was last updated. It says what the conditions are. So for Bristol, they have a conditional offer based on AAA for Simon. There's a link going back to the original course page so that you can have a look. And it's also got the start date and which year you're starting from. Okay, so basically the entire lowdown of it is included then in that little square when you click on it. So really, really helpful. Now, from here, you'll be asked to select your firm and your insurance choice. Now, out of those 5, what that means is it's time for you to start to decide essentially. The firm choice is really important. That's basically the one that you're committing yourself to going to should you meet the grades, okay? So if you just want to pause it and read that note if you have time, I'm not going to read it out for you, but that's actually a really nice way of summarizing it, okay? If you choose that, then that's your decision made. Essentially, if you are successful in getting those grades. So your firm choice is the #1 university that you would like to go to. Now, you'll also get asked if you would like to choose an insurance choice. Now, it is optional, so you don't have to have an insurance choice, but we would always recommend it. So your insurance choice is a second choice and it should be used as a backup, okay? You'll only get the opportunity to change your insurance choice if you're not accepted onto your firm choice. So if you don't meet the grades or anything like that, if you don't meet the conditions. Now, you don't have to have one, but we always, as I said, recommend that you do. And generally what we recommend is that the grade requirements that you have, because you still need to meet the grade requirements for your insurance choice, we would recommend that they are lower than your firm choice, obviously. Because for example, if your first choice is AAA and you don't get AAA, you got AAB, then you can go to your insurance choice if you've made the correct decision in terms of that being the grade requirements are, you know, ABB or whatever it might be. Okay, now Simon's making a really smart choice here because he's choosing his unconditional offer as his second choice. So it's his insurance choice. So basically what that means is 100% he's guaranteed a place at university, because if he doesn't meet the conditions of his firm choice, he doesn't get to go to his #1 top choice, he will definitely still have a place at his insurance choice, okay? So it's a very intelligent way of doing it. So that's our little rundown. That was a lot of information to go through. Obviously, feel free to wind this back and record it, not record it, have a look at it and go over anything. Now, don't forget, it's the overall application that makes it successful, okay? There's a lot of emphasis placed on personal statements, and we do have a separate personal statement video, but everything makes it a successful application. So your grades, your teacher's reference obviously is a really big part of it, and also your personal statement altogether, okay? So if you're going to be submitting an application to university, don't leave anything out and assume that the rest of it will carry it, okay? Just do your best. If you've got any opportunity to sell yourself, then you want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward with that, okay? So don't forget, yeah, those things that go into the application, they really, really make a difference. I know it can be intimidating applying via UCAS, but once you do it, don't forget as well, your schools will help you. But it should be something that's really exciting as well, because it's the next step. So that's my little UCAS applications and admissions lowdown. Don't forget that if you have any questions, you can contact us at study@sussex.ac.uk. Otherwise, please do follow us on any of our social media, check in with what we're up to, and we'll always be happy to answer any questions that you might have. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.